Alright, what's going on, everybody? First Winter War League match that I'm actually able to stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and tuning in. Waiting on Toaster Beth to form the artillery squad. Right? Is that who? Huh? Just gonna create a locked RD unit anyways, cause get away from that. That is a loud water. I got 101A versus 9PZ over Verville. 101A as the Allies, 9PZ as the Axis. In today's Winter War League semifinals, not finals, I was asked to do this very last minute as I am trying. I could be doing this wrong. But, hopefully I'm not taking a spot for them. If I am, I'll redeploy very quickly. Still got 40 seconds to wall drop. And, it shouldn't be an issue, but I doubt they're running Artie. Monkey Jr. Tanks spread out all across the map. Looks like we're running with 2 lights, 2 recons, and a P4 for 9PZ, and a SPA, followed by a medium, a recon, and 2 lights, 2 Stewarts for this, for the 101A. Potential rocket snipes are going out. Early rocket snipes. Let's see where any of these land. Just a tad bit too early. Truck barely makes it through there. And the fight is away. Take snipe goes out. Looks like on the... Any vehicles down yet or nothing? No. Oh, we gotta force a redeploy. Technical difficulties off rip here. Sorry about that. The guy I was supposed to join lagged out. Go back down here, Toaster. (9PZ) with got most of the cap what it looks like. Let me get back into admin cam. Sorry for that, ladies and gents. Flying back over there now. Medium's getting popped. Stewart's getting popped by the Lux. Got a tank engagement here on front door. Stewart sends. It looks like it's been full tracked. Lux is still trying to do its job and just push it back, and they lose the first Stewart. B-plug with the first tank kill of the game. It looks like And the Lux also goes down. Beautiful rocket snipe by RN Lock. 9PZ doing its best here. 9PZ has majority of the cap weight here. Something just went down on the backside here. P4. 9PZ loses P4 and Lux on opener. But they do take the point. 9PC goes up 3-2 off rip. Spa's got a good angle here, looks like, playing super aggressive. 9PZ with mostly cap on the church. PFC field snipe getting dropped by Josh. Good back and forth here on the church. Flare does go up. Got a recon tank in the backline. Puma in the backline for 9PZ here. Back here looking for Gary's. Both Northern Garys for 101A have gone down. Puma finds OP. He's getting stuck. 101A loses full north control. 9PZ's already starting the wrap. Got a single squad leads. JD now sitting tucked in a corner of the 10. 10 does see him and takes him out. 101A has been completely wiped off the north side of the map. 9PZ doing a great job on their opener. They definitely have prepped like crazy. Got players on top of the 3-story. 101A is still trying to reestablish here, keeping together on the south. Puma does go down in the back line. Still fighting over some hard cap here. 9PZ, great opener by 9PZ. 101A does take out, looks like to be the south map edge. Garrison wraps a Greyhound now. Greyhound coming up behind the SPA. Great opener by their default medium. Medium looks like it's pushed up now. Oh, that's a Stewie. Where'd the medium go? Oh, medium got taken out. I bet you the Puma grabbed the medium before going down. I didn't catch that. Second medium coming out of middle now. 9PZ playing map edge to map edge. Great spread by them. 101A is still holding on to the front door. Couple OPs here. Couple OPs and a Stewart here. Down to 2 garrisons. 101A does have to try to fight back here for this north. Doing pretty well getting an OP back up in this northeastern complex here on the front door of Verville. Blaze throwing grenades, trying to see if he can snag somebody over there. 9PZ General Rockpile is holding his angle, watching the little courtyard here. Blaze does climb the stairs, looking to see if he can get a pick here. 9PZ is already wrapping so far into the blue. 101A does need to answer this. See how the South's doing. South is holding strong. 101A holding majority South push here. Ooh, I think that's the Stewart. I think the Stewart on front door just went down. It did. Stewart went bomb. Got the Stewart here on right outside their hard cap. Rep station not fully built. Blueprint is down. PZ opting to use static arty and the spa. 101A only using the static arty. Now with this latest update in Hell Let Loose, the static arty gun can be placed anywhere in the first 2 grids, but however on this map it is very difficult for the allies to even get it placed anywhere else but HQ. I feel like they place it closer to the cliff side here. It's going to be a hindrance. Mr. Rub and Tug taking down Tonka here. Get a rocket out. Grenade. Gorlami here is trying to hold his angle, looking for him. Grenade too far, takes out Mr. Rub and Tug. 101A is getting boxed out here on the south now. Completely lost its northern presence. Gary's already up on the red-blue for 9PZ. Got a Puma circling the south here. Any AT players back here to answer it? 3 AT players back here to answer it. Puma does go down. 4 Raptor takes down the Puma. Easy knows his outpost is hot, looking for the enemy here, holding this brick wall. McNeese, Akers takes down McNeese. Now it's his chance to push across the field or burn the OP. General Norwood does spawn on the OP, looking for the enemy. Norwood sees Akers, drops Akers, clears his outpost. "101A is getting hard wrapped and boxed out of Verville. Most of its presence is here in the front door in this group of buildings just east of Hardcap. War Daddy takes out one, gets dropped himself. Ramos still holding his angle, takes down Bildo. Josh playing upstairs in the barn, looking for Ramos. Takes out Ramos. Salt Dog Bert knows Ramos is upstairs in the barn. Crossfire being set up, tries to put a rocket in the window, misses. Artificial 4-ball. Oh, I'm sorry, artificial. Tactical 4-ball. I am dyslexic and can't read. Josh does go down to the MG. 101A is getting overwhelmed here in the middle, forced to play more south. North is looking like they're starting to make some type of push to regain this north wrap. Anchoring 3 OP 76, first heavy out on the field for 101A, already being tracked by an engineer. Does he have satchels? This is the Claw. Claw has spotted the 76, is looking for him. Has he been satchel? Nope. Is he going to push through the barb? If he pushes through the barb, Claw is going to be SOL, has to run back out, and he does push through the barb. Claw is calling it out for his team. 100% been marked. As 9PZ spawns in a second P4 and their first heavy as well. First Tiger. Panther has been banned. Very open field here for 101A, still trying to push its way back up into this complex, knowing there's going to be a couple spawn points over here as well. Doing a great job here, trying to box out 9PZ, keep them away from WN70. Offset points like this is going to be very difficult for either team to press on. 9PZ doing a great job. Guy on the garrison back here. Doom made it all the way back to the back line. Gary is going to grab it. Garrison on the south here, or on the north here, does go down. Medium does see Doom is tracking him. Doom does go down, but that Gary is also down. Luckily, it is a support player. Renlock coming back here. Might have a box of subs for Boy Burnt. And I missed it. The Claw sat up here and waited and popped that 76. Claw now progressing with his backline play. Gonna drop probably a mine here. Some type of mine. Yeah, drop an AP mine. Constantine protecting this Gary with his life. Blaze is with him as well. Got an OP anchor right next to the Gary. Constantine does go down. Front door, though, is still holding strong. Got a medium up here. Got Crawley and Buck Wild playing a 2-man in the medium, just holding this main primary access point. Popping any type of movement they see. Second mediums come flying back here. MJD almost gets ran over, causing this medium to lose complete RPMs. South side here is doing a great job at keeping maintained. However, 9PZ is just pushing up this front door. Burks meets a firing squad of Germans, gets taken down. Za playing the upstairs window, trying to get an angle, not knowing there's a bunch of 101A guys surrounding his building. Mediums getting out of dodge here, retreating, trying to find a good hard position. Got 3 mediums up for 101A. A Tiger and a Puma up for 9PZ. I'm not seeing any type of P4 anywhere on the map. Spa round does come flying in. Rocket snipe out on this medium. Hops back down under the wall, hits the tree, has to just back up, try to get out of dodge. 9P's 101A doing a great job here, anchoring on this garrison, pushing out 9PZ, keeping them away from these open fields. However, putting themselves in these open fields is a very difficult fight back for 101A. The Claw still on his rampage here in the northern backlines. See his Claw pick up field snipe. Does Claw see him? Claw does see him, drops him with the MP40. Field snipe is dropped. However, Constantine's playing this bunker. I don't know if he knows that Claw is here. Claw may have redeployed. Oh, Claw probably got dropped. Gonzo probably saw him with his MG. Medium helping out here with the northern fields. Hard fought battle right here over this complex of buildings. Both sides trading blows back and forth. Rig Doctor playing, looks like to be the attic or second floor of this building. Bildo's getting an angle to try to wrap him, get behind him. Bildo with the flamethrower. Does Rig Doctor see him? Rig Doctor did see him. Bildo's trying to clear the building, does go down. Za did see Rig Doctor up the staircase. Rig Doctor, however, did pop Za, holding his building, holding firm. Juden now trying to get an angle on him. Rocket snipe comes flying by me. Juden goes down. 3 kills back to back for the Rig Doctor. A is trying to take this wheat field, push him back. However, there is a plethora of German bodies here to his west in the complex. .75 is pushing his way back up. 2 75s on the board for 101A. And what is that? And a Stewart. 2 75s and a Stewart versus a P4 and a Tiger. Spa is still untouched in the backlines for 9PZ, just raining hell. Wing UK does go down. Teen trying to, or 10 right here, trying to shoot up the berm here, trying to see if he could take down So Juicy. Both guys trading grenades back and forth. Dr. Ginger Squatch does hit some. Oh, I thought he hit a mine. Nope, but Wyatt So Juicy does take out Dr. Ginger Squatch. The Doctor playing his bush with his AT, waiting for a tank to roll up. Does see that medium. We're going to see a rocket snipe on this medium here. Oh, he's not reloaded. Just over the medium. Why so Juicy does go down to to rock pile here. Jumpier. Holding his angle, waiting for rock pile to peak. Rock pile almost gets hit by the rocket. Second rocket rips off the turret of the medium. Axis does have an OP in the back line. Doom made it all the way back here with his outpost. I bet you this is the Claw again. This is the Claw. Is a menace back here, dropping mines all over the place. Trying to see if he can pick up several mine kills. Boy Burnt holding his angle back here behind the box, trying to hold this spot. Claw is making his way up the hill now, coming up through the trenches. Looks like we're going to have a big engagement here down on the south side of the map. Two mediums about to go Duke to Duke with a medium and a heavy. Axis roll up another supply truck in the back line here to AA Network. Tiger, the P4 crew does hop out. Looks like they're hammering out either a repair station or ammo supply. He stopped hammering it out. Big server lag here. He hammered it down on the other side. Unless this engineer built it first. Rockets out to this medium. Looks like he did get tracked once. 101A down to 3 mediums. Looks like that Stewie crew upgraded. May have been taken out up north. Easy Squad. McNeese is trying to get a wrap. 101A with their first airhead out on Verville. Not a lot of bodies back there, but there are 3 garrisons around the hard cap. So a dead spawn could be used here. Rub and Tug taking out King Iskander. Dual rep stations going out here for this medium. What do we have in this medium? Goose, Geese, and Corporal Yoda. Needs to whip barrel right. There is a plethora of Germans in the complex to his north. However, 9PZ is already wrapping them, getting very close to the hard cap, just outside hard cap. Striker making his way across the open field with a satchel. Artillery are dropping smoke rounds right on top of that medium. The Striker get the satchel on. Can't tell. Did he get the satchel on? He didn't. Now he did. Satchel ticket placed on. Already hits his rep station. Satchel on this medium. Huge double play here by the Ardian Satcheler player. Dropping smoke right on top of this medium so Striker can get a satchel on it. Looks like Goose may have lagged out or died hopping out. Got ran over. Unknown. Striker is pulling back away from this medium, trying to see if he can pick anyone. Ramos does go down. Medium does go down. Big loss here for 101A. As well as losing the second medium here. Where'd he go? Conte got his supply truck stuck. P4 now roaming 3 in the back line. Rub and Tug getting a rocket out. Hits him once in the engine. I lost where that medium died. Non-pin maybe? Oh, there's the medium. Secondary medium. 101A lose 2 mediums in a matter of seconds. However, they are responding with a recon tank and a heavy tank. 76 is stationed, or not 76. P4 does go down. Major Edge swings around the corner, rocket ready. 9PZ losing a recon, or losing a medium here. All that's left on the board is the Tiger. We got War Rat Jones and Bostocks in the And the Tiger here. Bodies are trading back and forth. 9PZ doing very well, holding their angles, peeking together. 101A circle is collapsing, getting forced back, choking down onto WN70. Proxy satchel does go off in the buildings. 101A is still maintaining a garrison, at least close enough to these group of buildings here to the west of Point, keeping their front door held. However, Easy did get his OP close to the garrison. 76 has been spotted. Claw and Doom both walking up right on top of him. Did Claw get a satchel on him? I do not see no... Yes, he did! Satchel on the side of the 76. Claw is going to take a second one down. B-Plug is going to line up a rocket, try to help him out. That Gary did go down here as well. 76 thinks he's safe from danger, but little do you know, he did get satchel on his way up. Huge play by the Claw here, getting two 76s, both heavies at the beginning of the game. Still a lot of fighting here happening up north. All we got left for 101A is a medium. Oh, medium and Greyhound, I do apologize. However, 9PZ slowly squeezing down, contesting WN70 as bodies are encircling. 76 has been hit once, unknown to what. Possible rocket came in. Tiger looks like it is repositioning, going around a artillery battery. Bombing run does go out by 101A. Grabs a few bodies on its way through. 9PZ just stacking OPs on the front door. Alright, there we go. Sorry, had some technical difficulties there. Got it fixed, got it situated. 9PZ is wrapping and choking 101A back to the hard cap. Got some skirmishes happening up north, some skirmishes happening down south. 9PZ saying, we'll just take the front door and push. Beerman here's got a good angle. Reloading his MG. He's going to just cover straight north from here. However, that spa is still up, causing havoc, wrecking the infantry. Medium here on fire, having to relocate after losing both its rep stations. With having the spa and the static arty gun down is very difficult, as well as 3 commander artillery abilities. WN70 is starting to get contested. Medium driving right next to several OPs. TC does hop out trying to kill the man. Tank gets it. Juden here with this, as a squad lead, gonna mark this medium. He's gonna run up to Mad War. Mad War is repping, gets killed by Juden. This tank is now TC-less. Does get hit on the way out, gets shot by a rocket into the side. Medium now in full retreat. Second rocket slides right over his top. Rockets flying back and forth for both teams. Almost rocket sniped the Gary by accident there. Mad War Arctic Fox trying to rip their tank, gets popped by the medium, by the P4. Unknown to how the Tiger went down, but the Tiger did go down at some point. (9PZ) really likes this south side of the map, losing two Pumas and a Tiger. P4 now staying stationary here, trying to get a good angle on hard cap, help his boys move up to point. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in to my Winter War League stream of 9PZ versus 101A. 9PZ is the Axis, 101A is the Allies. 76 on its way up off the beach here. First 76 looks like it's clear some action, see some action here. Might have an angle on the P4. I think he sits just too low to see that P4. He knows he is there. He can see the smoke plume. Akers takes down one. Buff Lovey also goes down to a crossfire. Akers is going to run up here, mark this AT gun. That it might have been what took out the Tiger, with his AT gun in this bush. Grenades the outpost here. Outpost does go down. Both infantry does go down. There is an MG with a good crossfire on this position. 76 and medium now stationary back here without hardly any infantry support. Supply truck did go down in the back lines. Looks like P4 did get popped once. Pulls up behind the dead Tiger, trying to get a rep here. Akers got his OP down. Claw and Talkbow did get off trying to contest this medium. However, he picked up his OP, gets killed. Talkbow also gets killed. Whole squad got wiped out here on the south side of the map. Rub and Tug and Norwood out here trying to make their move across the open field. They do know there's a medium back here. Medium is unmarked. Oh, well, I don't know that because I'm in I'm not a squad lead. I don't think I can see that if I'm not a squad lead. Just realized that. Oopsie. Medium might be marked. However, 76 did see him. Does put one more shot into that medium. Medium crew panicking. Have to get back in very quickly. Try to rep it. Rocket off the turret. Medium does go down. We still getting his rep station up pre-built. 76 does clear up that tank pressure on the south here. Looks like it did get hit by a rocket on its way up here. This spa is putting in work. Major Monkey, been up almost the whole game if I'm not mistaken. Buff Lovey getting a rep station up next to the AT gun. Mr. Rebento getting on the AT gun, shooting back, trying to clear out the infantry. Tank is already down there. Spa rounds are beefy and mighty. .76 slowly going to advance up here, see what he can see, pop some infantry, help cover the south side here. 101A did a great job boxing out 9PZ, pushing them back away from the hard cap. All their backline has been cleared. This road was cleared. Earlier there was 3 OP stacked up on this road, so 101A doing a great job boxing out 9PZ and pushing them back slowly. P4 is up north next to Easy's outpost. Easy outpost probably going to go down here to the tank. Yep, Easy outpost does go down in the tank. However, the squad lead did get off. Squad lead did get off. McNice did get off. His OP is going to be able to get it right back up. P4 is on its way out the door on fire. AT player, yep. Corporal Wyatt so juicy. McNice is going to get his OP back up. Anchor back up here on the north side of the map. No tanks in sight for this to answer this P4. However, there is a medium further south looking hard north. Might have an angle. It's on an elevated position. It's going to catch that P4 as soon as it crests. P4 goes down. Good shot by Arrow Raiden. Madwar and Arctic Fox here. Commander Trench doing what he can, keeping up the morale, keeping up the Garys. Looks like 101A was able to repel that northern wrap, able to push him back. Big bombing run does go out here by 101A again. Looks like is going to take out the Spa. Spa goes down to the bombing run. Supply trap on WN71. Bodies traded here in the 3-story. 76 looks like it is still anchoring here. No, it's a medium. Medium, he's still anchoring here on the south. 101A back up to 4 tank crews, 3 mediums and a heavy versus a Puma. Half track up here to the north is turned off. What kind of half track is it? Curious now. I'll find out. 101A slowly gaining ground back up here into the city. Getting an OP on the front door. George is right next to Charlie's OP. See if maybe they can pop one another. Patton holding his angle. Shots fired. Trading back and forth. Constantine does go down. P-strike on the heavy tank. P-strike on this heavy tank. Misses the heavy tank. Hits the rep station. Heavy tank is untouched. Still suppressing the infantry here to the south. Got 4 tanks wrapped around WN70 versus a solo Puma. Got Nosy Medic, Obesity, and its lead, you know, in the Puma, trying to see what they can do. Tiger coming up map edge, Polonium, Wee, and Gandalf, as well as a P4 spawned out of bottom. Without any tank support right now, infantry AT players need to step up big. 101A able to move all the way and get an OP up across the field here with the help of the tank supporting them. Puma doing its best, trying to stay alive, wrap around in the back line. Freakman able to get all the way up here to the front, almost the front door of the road here. Got his OP anchored, is helping out the medium. The Doctor, MG player holding the mount here on the wall, gets taken out immediately. Looks like majority of the fighting is going to be happening right here over these group of buildings. 101A is flooding these buildings now. 9PZ does have a MG in the... Oh, on top of the church, I apologize. Rocket did come flying in. Hits the medium. Puma trying to go on a wide wrap again. I bet you he's been spotted. Puma hurt, trying to get out of dodge. A is slowly regaining control of the north. Big hole here in George 5, allowing 9PZ to get 2 OPs up in the back lines. Tanks have made it all the way up to the main road here on the south. A able to stabilize their lines, able to push them back. 9PZ is cutting right between their forces. How and Item getting OPs up are moving towards the back line. Baker may have saw them. Does go down, is going to call that out, saying that there is infantry in the back line. Puma is on the cliff side here, going to see what they can see, possibly take out a Gary or two. I myself am not playing in Winter War League, so I am still learning the rules as we go. I did see that Nodes was indestructible. WN70 on lockdown for 101A. They have managed to push out away from hardcap. Things were looking dire earlier in the game, but able to suppress the choke and escape that threshold. 76 does take a round into the turret. Tiger is... Oh, AT gun. Percante and Flaming Bearwolf on the AT gun. Commander Percante said, hold on, let me do what I can here to help out the team. Maybe able to pick a 76. 76 does get tucked. Yoda hops out to get a rep. It is turret damage, so he actually has to rep the turret. Yoda gets popped when he gets on top. Spotter did see Yoda here. Tonka. Goose hopping out. Spa round coming in right over the top of the 76. Puma in the back lines here, has been marked by Commander. Commander spotted him. Puma full track. 9 pins off the side. Hits barrel. This Puma is dead in the water. Does go down. Great support by these two tanks coming out of middle here. Sergeant Tinny Wang. And Logan Karp. Tinny Wang hopping out of the 76 to roll the medium up. Tries to take out the Puma. See how the line is holding and or breaking. Two mediums now intertwined with a bunch of 9PZ players. Medium flying through here untouched. Second medium also flying through here. Barely missing the outpost on its way through. Is just trying to get out of here. Stuck kind of in a hard place. Has to do a huge wrap just to get out. Spa is back up. Tiger and P4 down here to the south for 9PZ. P4 up north, rushing up north to respond to these two tanks. Recon plane going out for 101A is going to catch a plethora of 9PZ players. Beerman is going to go down here to Mastodon. Huge bombing run. Strafe also goes out. Boykai does take out Flaming Bearwolf. Burt goes down to Patton. The Rig Doctor goes down to Bildo. 101A exchanging back and forth with 9PZ. Boykai does take out the squad lead there. Bomb and run goes out for 101A now. .76 is going to take a round here from the Tiger. Does get popped. .76 goes down to the Tiger up on the hill. Madwar on the boat here looking for possibly another tank. 101A down to 2 crews. .50 minutes into the game here now. 9PZ still up 3-2 over 101A. 101A able to stabilize the line and retake all the way back up to red-blue. The sniper here for 9PZ has made his way into the back lines here behind a lot of 101A players. Dr. Ginger Squatch. Buff Lovey trying to see what he could do. Did hear the FG-42. Is just going to say, you know what, I'm going to satchel this. Oh, is he? Does go down to Dr. Ginger Squatch. He did pull out the satchel, but didn't use it. Opted to save it. 2 P4s and a Tiger on the board for 9PZ. Just and a Lux versus a 76 and a medium 75 Sherman up on the board for 101A. Big satchel here in the middle. Lux is going to be pushed up here looking for the spawn point. Can't find the Gary. Medium going to come up right behind him. Lux is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Misses on the bounce. Lux sees the Medium. Medium's just going to say, hold on, I'm just going to pop you very quickly. Medium does take out the Lux. Crawley and Buck Wild two-manning this Medium, still staying up, staying alive. Secondary Medium coming out of came out of middle. Second 76 also coming out of middle. Coyote Man posting up on the fence line here, seeing what he can see. Not jumbled my words there. I do apologize. Thought to himself, maybe a primary position, ideally not a good one for him, so he's just going to move up to the next fence. In my opinion, MG players have nerves of steel. They set up, look to see what they can see, and then move. It takes a lot of patience to be an MG player, as you have a very high chance of just getting popped as soon as you set up. 108 is getting a squad lead in the back line. Rinlock taking out the assault player there from across the field, down the alleyway. The doctor did hear that, probably going to anchor and hold. War Daddy's going to push up to the next gap. Opts not to. Rinlock does come around the corner. Gets taken out by Snipes. PZ doing a great job holding the crossroads here. Josh goes down to Ramos. Bevo is bandaging himself. Got two squad leads stacked up here on the front door for these crossroads. Ramos re-anchoring his OP. Miller's going to run right up to it, and immediately pops the outpost. Ramos takes out Noah. Almost hits a grenade. Za coming from around the corner. Noah knows he's there. Za tries to hip fire Ramos. Ramos does get him. Takes one on the way in. Rocket snipe. Beautiful rocket by Salt Dog. Bildo takes out Gonzo here. Nor looking for Bildo. Gets Bildo here. Noah coming back up. Noah, Ritz, Patton. All collapsing down onto this compound. Bevo looking the wrong direction. 4 Raptor gets taken out. Bevo hops off the wall. Ritz jumps over immediately, takes out Bevo on the way in. Ramos also goes down. Got 2 76s and a medium up on the board for 101A. Looks like that Tiger got popped from earlier. Garrison does go down. Cuds takes out their Gary here on the red-blue. Medium is getting collapsed on. Yoda's hopped out of the tank trying to get a rep. Jumps back in immediately. Constantine holding his angle. Supply drop on WN70 for 101A. Front door trying to get their Gary back up. Enemy commander Percante getting very close to this garrison here. Creekman goes down to Big Daddy, or Creekman and Big Daddy go down to Percante. He's not just commanding the team, he's also fragging out. Percante takes a minute, thinks about his next plan of action. Gherkin peeks the corner. Percante sees him, drops him, gets popped immediately by Dr. Grubb. A lot of doctors in this game, man. Exchange here on the front door. Big Bimpin. Big Bimpin takes out 2. See if Big Bimpin can continue his streak. The claw goes down to Major Edge. King Iskander takes out Creekman. Grenade goes out. Boykai Iskander gonna peek this corner. Boykai gonna see him. Iskander goes down. Noah gets an angle from sitting on top of the rubble right over the wall. Takes out Bubba. Gorlami now pushing up. A lot of fighting here on the south side of Point. Front door for WN70. Looks like that P4 has pushed up to Crossroads. War at Jones, boss stocks. Driver Coax is going crazy. Rocket hits the telephone post. The doctor now pushing up. McNeese crawling over the wall or around the wall here, trying to cover himself. The doctor also going to push up, see what he can see, try to help out this P4. Medium has backed up as it was in that engagement with the P4 there. Yoda on the back repping. Medium on its way through here. Crawley goes down immediately, leaving Buck Wild by himself. Rodriguez with the pop. Medium goes down to the P4. P4 backed up and got an angle on him. .276 is left on the board for 101A. Got a P4 and a Tiger. Second P4 leaving middle and a Spa. This Tiger has to be super careful down here as he's boxing not one but 276s and knows it. Scratch that as he's boxing 176. What a nasty angle by this Tiger. Gets stationary behind the Spa, shoots through a bush and hits the 76. Striker building what looks like to be a repair station for this Tiger. 101A left to 176 in a Sherman medium coming out of middle. Almost back up to enough fuel to spawn a second 76. 9PZ holding the line firm, not allowing any gaps to leak through. The little that did earlier was dealt with and handled and pushed back up to the front. .9PZ operating 3 tanks right now. P4 getting a little aggressive. 2 AT players do know this P4 is here. Field snipe. Norwood puts 1 rocket under this P4. Second rocket from field snipe. This P4 already hit with 2. Non-pins off the barrel. Rick pins into that P4. Norwood trying to see if he can finish it off. That medium did get satchel front door. P4 does go down to Norwood. .9PZ getting another OP into the back line. Gary is hot. Where's this Gary? Oh, Builder goes down, gets spotted by Renlock. Or Renlock. Easy getting his outpost behind the point again, coming up from behind. Coyote Man and Tanker take out Ritz. B-Plug and Cuds coming up from behind. The drops 2, leaving Coyote Man by himself. Satchel on the South Gary here does go down. The Claw playing his mind games in the backlines. 9PZ starting to flood into Hardcap off a singular OP. You best know that when he got this OP up, he immediately called for Phil. He's got a full 6-man now on the backlines. Ritz steps on a mine. Bildo left in the trench by himself. 4 Raptor sees... Bildo takes out 4 Raptor. Tanker now holding his angle. Tanker takes out Bildo. "101A cannot overcommit to the defense right now, leaving front door. They did manage to take the crossroads here, making great progression to the front door. Commander Tank being out-armed what looks like to be a medium. Crawley and Buck Wild sitting over here peeking this crossroads here down main. P4 backed up, tucked behind the wall. A doing a great job here, carving through the front line of 9PZ, trying to gain as much ground as they can. The Rig Doctor going up against Ritz. First floor of this building. The Rig Doctor does get Ritz, takes him down. Juden trying to do his best, hold the line. Bible does take out the garrison and takes out Juden. Full OP wave comes off this OP here. 2 of them go down. 1v2. War Daddy has to take out Ritz and Fools. War Daddy's OP does go down. Friendly fire from the P4 here. War Daddy tries to knife Za. Za manages to get him hip firing with the MP40. 9PZ bombing run comes out over these crossroads. Blaze jumpier running parallel with it. McNeese holding his spot in the building, might get taken out by this bombing run. He does not. McNeese using the bombing run as cover, takes out Patton. Josh does clean it up though. Gonzo helping Crawley repair this medium here. Bevo playing defense on it. Buckwild looking north, seeing if there's anything in their path. J Squad gets an OP up to the north. Strigo OP up behind the Gary. B-Plug does rocket snipe the Gary. Northern Gary does go down. Just like that, 101A is down to 4 garrisons, nothing north of the 6th line. A lot of ground needs to be retaken again for spawns for 101A. That spa did get caught on that recon plane. Looks like the 2nd 76 did manage to win that engagement against the Tiger down south. Huge spawn wave on Q's OP here. P-Strike goes out. Did take out the P4 on Verville. Beautiful P-Strike by 101A. Two 76s and a medium 75 on the board for 101A versus 1 Tiger, 1 P4. A little over 20 minutes left in the game, and it has been 3-2 with the one singular cap all game by 9PZ. Rocket snipe, beautiful rocket snipe by Ritz here on the 76. Does get taken out and then obliterated. Trench holding his spot in the bush here, orders a supply drop. Unbeknownst that he's dropping it right in the middle of a bunch of 9PZ players. Recon plane also going out. Medium in a bit of trouble here. Probably and Buck Wild getting rocket sniped. Bomb making his way here to try to get a satchel on this medium. Rocket snipe from across the field does take out this medium. Good rocket by Za. Tini Wang holding his ground here to the north. They had 2 mediums, 2 76s on the board, now down to a medium and 2 76s. Big spawn wave off this garrison here north of WN7. I'm sorry, WN70. Let's push them with these guys, see what they can see. RN Lock does get taken out. Rock Pile taken out too. Field Snipe still looking for him. Gonzo throwing shots back down range. Rock Pile takes out 3. Gonzo now pushing up slowly. Knows Rock Pile's tucked around that bush. Rock Pile goes down to a crossfire. Beautiful MG spot up here in the 3rd story window. Rocket Snipe just a bit short. Hits the wall. McNeese getting very deep in the back lines for 101A. Running up to a garrison unbeknownst. Constantine gets dropped. Bible gets dropped. Great crossfire here. Gets an OP up in the back line. 101A just digging in, digging deep. Sergeant Fox and Raiden holding their own with the 76 here after losing what looks like to be their TC. Boy Burnt running up to support both tanks here. Coyote Man got an angle on the roof. With 3 tanks in the same grid. All 3 of their tanks are in the same grid. 9PZ back up to 2 P4s and a heavy. Also looks like they're bringing our Puma. B-plug getting the rocket snipe on the Gary here just in front of the heavy. These three tanks now having to deal with a plethora of infantry. 9PZ begin the wrap again, reclaiming the north. Rocket snipe out from B-plug on the 76. 101A has to be very careful if they go down 4-1. 9PZ is already set up with the cap to push on the draw. This is a very tough map for the Allies, especially if they get pushed down to the beach. It is in my opinion, just a turkey shoot there. The Germans get set up on the cliffside. It's very difficult to get the Allies back off the beach here. Huge spawn wave from 101A here in the middle, making their way, just knifing through the whole front line for 9PZ. 9PZ has lost the middle push here. Front door is open for 101A. Spa undefended. Spa marker very close to the commander's spa. Major Monkey putting in work here, trying to just splash the buildings right in front of him. 101A finally putting up ground. 16 minutes left in the game. Getting back up to hard cap. Big Daddy here playing very slow, very cautiously. Ritz gets taken out. Tiger's being called out 100%. Big Daddy takes down Juden. Tiger throwing rounds now towards these group of buildings just right outside hard cap to the south. MJD is now trying to hold the front door, trying to get out of there, trying to put down an OP. Spa is on its way to retreat. 9PZ looks like they are trying to collapse back down onto hard cap. Big Daddy has made its way to the church, is now taken inside the church here. Just sitting behind the door. Spa on its way out the door. Medium sitting north of the main road here. Supplies land north as well. Meat grind has definitely pushed up to point. They are flickering. Huge force by 101A here, flickering the mid cap. Calabunga hops the wall, seeing what he can do. Bible trying to land a shot on him, gets taken out by Calabunga. Gonzo's pushing around. Calabunga goes down. MG on the roof, hip firing, takes out Gonzo. P4 on the road, gets taken out. P4 goes down to the 76. Point flickers again. Rocket to the roof as well. Full still up on the roof with his MG. The Doctor takes out 2, takes out 3. Quitting up the hard cap. Airhead is going down by 101A. War Daddy does take out the Doctor. Master Yoda. Yoda looks like to be playing for both sides here, as Master Yoda is running around as a squad lead for 9PC and in a tank for 101A. Dig Bicken. War Daddy gets inside the building here. Looks like that MG Foles does get off the roof or gets taken out. 101A started the cap there for half a second. Contesting point. Mr. Rub-a-Tug may have crashed out. Gorlami takes out War Daddy. Tank round does come up to hits the chapel. 4 tanks pushing front door Verville. All 4 tanks. This is a do or die moment for 101A. Airhead does land, gets taken out immediately. 9PZ doing a great job recalling everybody to defense. Crush takes out Salt Dog Burke. Bomb goes down. 76s are just pushing into the hard cap, seeing what they can do. Points flashing a little bit. 101A has started the cap. 12.5 minutes left in the game, and the cap has been started. Dig Bicken, non-pins off the engine of the 76. Crowley now getting in on it. Shocker chasing down the medium. Medium takes a round here. Garrison for 9PZ does get down. Shocker right behind the medium is going to get a satchel on it. Can't see if he get the satchel on. I don't know if he got the satchel. Oh, he did. Satchel's on right there. 101A. Both tanks in hard cap are getting satcheled. Third tank gets taken out by rockets. 101A's massive tank push is getting obliterated at the moment. However, all of these tanks pushing up to the front door, pushing into hard cap, has allowed 101A to push in, regain the ground, get close to the hard cap. Proxy Satchel is going to go down. 101A down to 176. 10 minutes left in the game. Singular 76 left on the board is burning. Logan and Carp still in the match, in their tank, trying to see what they can do. Thank you so much for the raid, Meerkat. I greatly appreciate it. You're just now tuning in. Got 101A versus 9PZ. 101A as the allies, 9PZ as the axis. Big push by 101A here on the south side of point. 9PZ collapsing everything. Lux swinging down south. Tiger swinging down south. 76 pushing behind the point. Spa does go down. 76 takes out the Spa on its way through. Cowabunga marks the 76. Wits coming up with a satchel, trying to see what it can do. 76 unbeknownst giving side shots to the Tiger. Tiger is going to get a good angle on him through the wall. .76 goes down. 101A loses all tanks for this big push. 9 minutes left into the fight. The Lux does get taken down as well, leaving a Tiger and a P4 on the map. 101A is collapsing on the south here, though. Bombing run in by 9PZ. Dig Bicken tries to rocket the ground here. Gonna hide in the bush as he reloads. Major Edge does not see him. Tonka goes down. Oh, big bombing run. Big bombing run by 9PZ here. A lot of 101A troops gonna get wiped. 1, 2, 3. Well, just 3. Thought it was going to be more. 101A managed to spread out just in time. Good. Good job by 101A. 101A is putting a lot of pressure on 9PZ here, forcing them to play a little conservatively. P4 forcing his way down the main road here, trying to contest this hard push by 101A. Huge spawn wave here off the Gary. Rig Doctor takes out 10. Striker takes out Rig Doctor. Ramos takes out Striker. Snipes takes out Ramos. Strigo running up right on the Gary. Gary is locked. Strigo pops 101A's Gary, forcing them to fall super far back. And that major clash of back and forth, 9PZ managed to retake the crossroads. That singular tank is still up and running. P4 does go down. Dr. Grubb peeks the corner, sees it gone. Huge back and forth here. 76 is pushing up into a lot of infantry. Now knowing there is an OP in the back line, Jake waiting stationary for another garrison front door. However, Item has an outpost. Snipes has an outpost right here in the building. Noah takes out Coyote Man. Major Ed's anchoring his OP. Claw sitting over here. Proxy satchel by Claw. I'm not seeing one. Claw gets hit by artillery though. Commander artillery ability out for 9PZ from all over the board here. Tank takes a round. 76 on its way out the door. B-Plug trying to get a lineup on the shot. Boykai takes out B-Plug. 76 gets around the corner. A lot of back and forth here. Artillery now landing right on top of the 76. 76 is just going to push the front door. 101A's big push here to the south was pushed off and defended. Great job by 9PZ reacting and collapsing on the south here. Master Yoda gets taken down by a plethora of 101A guys here. Bible still trying to push up. Takes a few rounds. Unknown where the shots are coming from. Five minutes left in the game, and 9PZ has controlled midpoint the entire match so far. Big satchel in the backline, proxy satchel. Teen goes down, Zob whips out his rifle. Zassi's Wayne takes him out in the bush. Foles, Bildo, and Za are now holding this courtyard. They both are on the Gary. 101A loses the Gary front door again. Great job by Za and Bildo. War Daddy takes out Rockpile here. Going to continue clearing these backyards, trying to help out the tank. 76 is pushing up Gooskies and Yoda. Beerman takes out Galami. Master Yoda anchoring north on his OP. Puma coming up behind the 76, uncontested. Puma goes down after putting 2 into the 76. 76 is very hurt now. Commander with a half track now. 101A with another recon or another airhead coming down right in the middle of several OPs. A huge push up the front door. 3 minutes left in the game. They have a minute to start capping. Takes 2 minutes to capture the midpoint. Huge spawn wave off the OP here. Huge spawn wave. 45 seconds. 101A is trying to collapse. Do their best as they can. 9PZ holding on strong. 76 posts up south of hard cap. P-Strike goes out by 9PZ, a little bit too far east of this 76 here. Airhead coming down. It's going to take a little bit before it's live. However, 9PZ is already seen it, reacting with 3 squad leads on top of it. Big Bimp and Cowabunga take out the Airhead. Airhead does go down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Great game by both teams. 101A clawed its way back and made progress, forcing 9PZ to give up the attack and just do a hard defense on Church here. Verville Samir getting a good win by 9PZ. 9PZ played one heck of a game, forcing 101A almost back to their hard cap garrison on W170. 101A doing a great job defending the massive offensive push, the huge wrap, getting a good ways in the back line after losing both 76s at the beginning of the game, climbing the hill. 101A managed to claw its way back out and keep it a 3-2. 76 did go down here on point. The Doctor did get him with the one last rocket. Great game from both sides. 101A or 9PZ is going to win this game 3-2. Even though my stream title says finals, I do believe it is the semifinals, or they're calling it the finals, but then the next game 9PZ will play is the championship. I think it's between the winner of who played earlier today. I'm so sorry, I should have had this out already. Between Exodus and 75th. Great game 9PZ played here, reacting to that massive 101A push. 101A did a great job forcing 9PZ to fall back, giving up the massive drive they had going. Huge massacre here at the last 15 minutes of the game for both sides. Let me give my commendation to the man, the myth, the legend, Toaster Bath himself. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this and streaming from your squad. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, hopefully I'm able to stream more of these. This is actually really fun. A lot more action than I'm used to, but hey, I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and hope everybody has a good one.